Hello, my fellow internet friends. Today we're talking about dating mistakes that you are making as a people pleaser. As a people pleaser. Coming from a former people pleaser. So let's get right into it. Number one, I have my notes on the side. So if my eyes are wandering, that is why. That's why. Number one, pretending to be somebody that you're not. This is something I did my entire life. I wanted to be the cool girl, the chill girl, the I don't care, relax girl. And here's the thing, when you pretend to be somebody that you're not, the person falls for the person that you pretended to be. And at some point, the act is going to fall, and you are going to realize that this person doesn't like you for you, and that you're going to have to continue to wear this mask if you want to be with this person. And not allowing yourself to be yourself is such a hit to your own self-confidence, because you're subconsciously telling yourself, I am not enough and I am not okay as my authentic self. And I have to be somebody else just for somebody to pick me, just for somebody to like me. I am crazy. I have so much energy. I'm very quirky. I'm very weird. And that is a side of me that I tried to hide for so long. I tried to be the chill, detached, unemotional girl. No, I am so highly emotional and I am erratic. And I have learned that the more that I've tried to hide that, the worse my personality has actually become, because when I hit it, I would just be so insecure, so self-conscious, so in my head. And the most likable and charismatic people are ones who unapologetically own who they are, even if they are considered too much. We actually like people like that when we can tell that there is no self-consciousness, no insecurity behind them showing up who they are. Okay. It is people who we can tell that they are insecure that we feel most anxious and uncomfortable around. So, crazy enough, the more that you accept and like yourself and allow you to be your weird, authentic self, the more other people will actually like you. And we subconsciously believe that no, we have to fit into a box and we have to fit into this mold that we think other people like in order to be liked. But when you do that and it is not your authentic self, you actually become even more insecure and more self-conscious. And that is actually what pushes people away, your insecurity and your self-consciousness. So the more that you just accept and own who you are, what you like, your insecurities, your quirks, the things that make you different, that is what's going to make you magnetic and charming and make people actually like you. And funny enough, the people who choose you are going to love and be obsessed with your authentic self. And it's so easy to hear that quote of, I would rather be hated for who I am than liked for who I'm not. But most of us actually don't live by that. However, what I'm here to tell you is you will actually be liked even more when you show up your authentic self. We often think that we will be liked less when we show up our authentic self, but that is not true. My shirt is becoming loose. Hold up. But again, the more that you just accept and love who you are and not care what anyone has to think about it, I'm telling you right now, number one, you are going to attract the best people for you. But also, number two, in general, you are going to be so charismatic and so magnetic, because very few people have that level of confidence where they can just unapologetically own every part of who they are. So that's number one. Number two is not having a life, not having hobbies, not having friends or family members or just people in your life that you love, that already make your life whole, and having a life that you're passionate and happy about. And if you don't, I recommend not dating until you have your life in order and you have a life that you love. Because if a man comes into your life and showers you with love and affection and makes you feel all these great gooey emotions inside, and you have nothing else going on for you in your life, you are going to put that man on a pedestal and you are going to make him the center of your world. And Nobody is attracted to the energy of someone else making them the center of the world. That is such needy energy and it pushes other people away. People want to be with people who they're choosing you because they like you and they enjoy you as a person, they appreciate you as a person, but they don't need you. And when you do not have a life that you already love, you are going to need that man to fulfill your emotional needs because he's the only one that's giving you joy and love in your life. You need to learn how to give that to yourself by creating a life through your hobbies, through your careers, through your side hustle, through your friends. You need to create a life that you love and that you are passionate about. So when he comes in, yes, you have the connection. It feels great, but you don't need him. And you know that, hey, you know what? If things end up not aligning and you guys have a difference of values, you're not going to think, oh, I need to change everything about me so he accepts and loves me because I'm so desperate for his attention. You're going to say, no, it sucks and it's painful and I really love and appreciate this man, but you know what? Thank goodness I already have a life outside of him that I love. And so the hit doesn't feel as strong. Yes, it's still going to hurt if you are dating or married or whatever, but you are not going to abandon yourself for the love and attention of this man because you already have so many other things that make your life so great. This is vital. You have to have a full and complete life before you start dating because again, you are going to attach yourself and your value to this man and his validation, and you're going to fit yourself into the tiniest little box to make him accept and love you. And at the end of your life, you're going to realize that, wow, you abandoned all your hopes and dreams and you just to satisfy someone who is never in alignment with you or for you in the first place. That is number two. Number three, oh, what is the term for this? It's the sunk cost fallacy. Thinking that the time that you invested in this man means that you should stick out him overstepping your boundaries, disrespecting you, or even if it's not that extreme, you guys are just not in alignment anymore. You don't want the same things. You're not growing together, but you feel like, well, I've invested this much time, so I should stay with him. No, screw that. Okay. Most people stay in jobs they hate for their entire lives because they don't want to waste all the time they've put into that job. Same with marriages. People stay in marriages that they're miserable in because of all the time they've spent with that person. Screw that. Stop looking at your past. Okay. It's already happened. It's already gone. Your job is to make every day, today, and in the future the best you can. And what a lot of people don't realize is we're literally here on this planet as humans to evolve and grow and learn and change. And change often means different relationships. I cannot tell you how many people, I mean, you probably already know, stay in relationships, stay in jobs, stay in things that they're comfortable with just because of the time they put in. And I'm not saying if you guys have an argument that you should just get up and leave. If you guys still have the same values, you still want the same things, but you're just going through a rough patch. Okay, work through that for sure. But most people, they're not in alignment with their partner. They don't want the same things. They're being disrespected and they're just staying in it because of the time spent, the time that they've spent with that person, the time they've invested in that person. Girl, any day, every day is a new day to go after your dreams, to go after the life that you want, to be the person that you want to be. And everyone is just so scared and comfortable being in the known and staying in their comfort zone that they're going to tell you, no, you should work through things. You should stay through things. They're going to project their fears on you. But if you truly had self-confidence, self-belief, self-value, you would realize it's great. I'm so happy that this is how I feel about my 4.5-year relationship that I left last year. I'm so happy for and grateful for the times that we spent together and how much we helped each other grow. But that shit was done. Like when I was done, I was like, we are no longer growing together. We are no longer growing in the same direction. We do not want the same things in life. And I don't care how long we've spent together. We don't want the same things. That is it. I'm not going to hold on to the past and sacrifice the future that I could have had. Like, I would not be here today being the happiest I've ever been, being my most authentic self, if I held on to, oh, but the time that we spent together. No, absolutely not. I hate that mindset so much because it makes people abandon themselves and their goals and their dreams just to stay stuck in their comfort zone. So you need an abundance mindset. There are billions of people on this planet. And I know a lot of people say, oh, that's like one of the issues with dating today is like people think there's so many people out there and so they don't commit. There are so many people out there. And if you are dating someone and you are not lining up, your values don't line up, why would you settle? I just don't. I'm so against the mindset and the idea of settling. I think it's just the reason why most people are depressed and anxious and alcoholics. Like, screw that. No. If treat every day as a new day, is where your relationship is going, is what you're being shown by your partner in alignment with what your goals and dreams are for your future. And do you even know what your goals and dreams are for your future? If you don't, start there so that you understand what you value, what you need from a partner, which you not even need, what you want from a partner. And then you can assess if your current relationship or person that you're seeing is in alignment with that. Number 4, putting in more effort than the man is giving you. Okay. You should never, I wish I knew this when I was a young girl. You should never chase a man. Men only value the things that they work hard for. Okay. So men who have this beautiful car and they put so much time and energy to taking care of that car, that's why they value it, because they put so much time and energy and effort into that. A job that a man has worked so hard to climb the corporate ladder, put so much time and energy into that, he's going to value that. So if you're the one that's chasing this man and putting more energy into him, getting him to like you, he's not going to value you. He's just going to choose you because you're comfortable and you're there. No. So always let the man put more effort in. Always let the man chase you. Here's the thing. When he puts the effort in, be open, be kind, be loving, be joyful, be positive for sure, but cut it off at that. When he shows you effort, you reciprocate that effort back, but nothing beyond what he's showing you. And as women, this can be difficult for us because we like to give and do things for others. Do and give things to your girlfriends, to your dog, to your flowers, to your garden, to your family, not to your partner, not to your husband, not until he is shown over time with his consistent action and effort that he deserves it. Do not overgive in the beginning. I'm telling you right now, he is not going to value you. He's going to take advantage of you, and he's going to know that he can manipulate you because you're an overgiver. And years down the road, you are going to be so resentful of that man that you're doing everything for him and that he's not doing jack shit for you. Honey, you set up the relationship for that in the beginning. I'm speaking to me, okay, 4.5 years ago, because I did everything for that mother trucker and thinking, oh, if I just like give, eventually he's going to be so appreciative and then reciprocate that back. No, that's just not how men work in dating. It's just not. It's not. They don't respect you. They realize, wow, like she's willing to do all this for me and I haven't done anything for her. Like, subconsciously, they're going to know you have low self-worth and low self-confidence, because those are the people who do that, who overgive, not out of the kindness of their heart, but because they're hoping they're going to get the effort back. If he's not showing you the effort in the beginning, it ain't going to come later. It's just not. Number 5, thinking that texting means serious intention. Do you know how easy it is to text someone and tell them beautiful words? Like, I am like the fastest typer in the world. If I wanted to, I could text a novel to like 20 men in the span of 5 minutes. Texting means absolutely nothing. Texting does not mean intention. Texting does not mean seriousness. It's fun. It's great. You can learn about people. Great. But texting does not equate to a man's seriousness about you, the future he wants with you. Only his in-person actions and what he actually does for you shows you that. So texting, see it as fun, see it as fun. That's all you should see texting as fun. Now, if he's not texting you at all, red flag. Okay. Like lack of communication, bro. You can't even send me a text, one text a day. Like nobody's that busy. So there should be texting, but do not think that the frequency and amount and depth of texting equates to any kind of longevity or seriousness or intention on his part, because it doesn't. No, only what he shows you in his consistent action and effort over time is actually going to show you how much he values you. Okay. Most people are lazy, and anybody can show you and tell you anything they want through texting for a few weeks, a few months. No, look at their long-term actions and habits. It reminds me of nutrition and fitness coaching clients. I know the ones who are serious about their goals, not by the intensity of how hard they diet for 3 months, but who keeps the habits long-term. Very few. Very few people. Most people can go gung-ho, can go hardcore for a few weeks or a few months. Awesome. That tells me nothing. How do you show up years down the road, or when things get hard, or when you go on vacation? Like, that's who I know who really values their health and fitness, their physicals. That's how I know. When the hard stuff happens and over the long term, not 3 months, even 6 months. Like, people can fake things or pretend to be somebody for a decent amount of time, but when you give them years, or when they go through hard stuff, that's when they show you who they really are. So pay attention then. All right. Last but not least, thinking that how strongly you feel about a man equates to true long-term compatibility. No. Oftentimes, the intensity of our feelings comes from trauma that we have developed with our caregivers or our parents, and the intensity of our feelings equate to whether or not the relationship that we're experiencing right now is similar to what we experienced in childhood. So like, if you are used to having a toxic up and down roller coaster with your mom or your dad, when you experience that in a relationship or in dating, you're going to have really, really, really strong feelings for this person, because they're going to trigger that childhood wound in you. Okay. And so that's going to make you feel like it's going to be such a high and low, and it's going to feel so addictive. And that addictive feeling, like, think of somebody who's addicted to alcohol or gambling. Like, yes, the lows suck, but the highs are so high. And so they were craving that intensity of feelings because it's so familiar to us from what we've experienced with our parents. And when you have that intensity of feelings, know that that does not mean long-term compatibility. It just means, oh, I'm familiar and comfortable with this relationship pattern and style, because it mimics what I've experienced with a caregiver or with someone else that I've had a relationship with. Intensity of feelings does not mean long-term compatibility, okay? Long-term compatibility is somebody who makes you feel safe and secure and valued long-term through their consistent actions and how they show up and how they handle conflict with you. But any Joe Schmo can show up and tell you how amazing you are and like give you all this validation and then disappear. And you're like, oh my God, wait, what? You're like, wait, but what happened? Like, you're so confused, but because you're confused, you're putting all your time and energy into figuring this out. And it's this unknown that's exciting and addictive. Okay. If he was consistently showering you with affection every single day, you already know what to expect. It's not as exciting. It's not as thrilling. And so again, if you are somebody who's not used to consistent love because of a toxic parent, for example, you're going to crave that in a relationship. So learning how to separate your emotions and your feelings and how you feel strongly about this man with, okay, what do I actually need to feel safe and secure and valued in a long-term healthy relationship? Those are two very different things. And what you need to do is write down a list of the things that make you feel safe and secure and valued in a long-term relationship. Make a list, have a hard list that you can reference on paper, store it somewhere that you can go to every single day. You can look at it every single morning so you don't forget when you're in your dating phase, and then match that up to how the man is showing up. And not by how you feel about him, but how he's showing up. And that will make you see so clearly, yeah, he's not showing up in a way that shows me this is long-term compatible. It's just exciting and fun. And when you realize that, you're able to stop deluding yourself into thinking you have this amazing future with this person because the feelings are so strong. Like they're showing you blatantly that they're not making you feel safe, valued, and secure. And so when you realize that, it's a little bit, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's a little bit easier to step out of the romanticizing that you're doing with this man, the future, what is it called? Like just thinking about the future with him, and you realize, okay, there is no future. He's showing me who he is. And that will help you have a level of detachment with your emotions. So I hope that you found this video helpful. These are all things that I definitely struggled with as a former people pleaser. And I mean, it's all a journey. All this happens for our own growth so that we can learn how to value and love ourselves outside of anybody else or any external circumstances. Because you realize, even if you have a healthy long-term relationship, everything is temporary, and you really have to learn how to find that solid foundation, that loving foundation within yourself, and learn how to love and value yourself independent of what anyone else does or says. And that really is a journey that most of us are on. Girl, boy, whoever's watching this, I'm on that. So sending you my love, and I'll see you. Oh, wait, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.